How does the Babadook representing the horror of grief? Imagine a story that turns a simple children's book into a mirror for the pain we hide inside. That's what the Babadook does. It uses horror to show how grief can grow and take over. The film centers on a mother and her son who are struggling after losing her husband in a car accident. The mother, Amelia, is overwhelmed with sadness, guilt, and anger. These feelings don't just stay inside her. They become a dark, shadowy figure that haunts her home. The monster in the story is a physical version of her buried pain. It appears from a sinister pop-up book that she finds, symbolizing how repressed feelings can suddenly surface. The longer she ignores her grief, the more the Babadook grows stronger and more threatening. It's not just a monster, it's a reflection of her mental state. The horror comes from how the monster invades her everyday life, making her fear her own mind. The film shows that grief isn't something you can simply get rid of. It's a part of life that needs to be faced. Amelia's battle with the Babadook is like fighting her own trauma. She feels guilt for her husband's death and resentment toward her son, which makes her struggle even harder. The film doesn't end with the monster vanishing. Instead, Amelia learns to live with it. She feeds the Babadook worms, symbolizing her acceptance of her pain. This act shows that healing doesn't mean forgetting or erasing grief. It means learning to coexist with it. The horror genre helps make this emotional journey more intense. The monster becomes a metaphor for how unresolved feelings can take on a life of their own. The film turns a familiar childhood fear into a powerful symbol of trauma. It reminds us that grief is not just sadness but a force that can threaten our mental health if left unchecked. The Babadook shows that facing pain head-on is the only way to move forward. It makes the invisible wounds of loss visible and terrifying, but also real. The film's message is clear. You cannot simply destroy grief, but you can learn to live with it. That's what makes this horror story so compelling. It's not just about monsters, it's about the monsters inside us all.